Is it possible to be too customer-centric? Gugulethu Cele spoke to Jennifer Barassa, Chief Executive at Top Image Africa at the Financial Inclusion Conference.
What I see is that most companies, whether they are banks or mobile network organization, they are product-driven instead of being market-driven. And when you are product-driven, you are more inclined to put emphasis on revenues. The company wants to get revenue. But how do you get those revenues without being market-centric, meaning being customer-centric, meaning client-centric, meaning going and find out the consumer needs and satisfying those needs? Because at the end of the day, they're the ones who will give you those revenues. So I find that most companies are product-driven. They're inward-looking, looking at their revenues instead of looking at the market needs of the consumer, of the client. And we need to do quite a lot going out to the consumer, so especially this consumer we are targeting for financial inclusion mostly has issues literacy level. They are not very well educated. And if they are not very well educated, there needs a lot of massive consumer education, doing a lot of research to find out what are their needs, and then looking at the intangible and the tangible product. And when you are looking at the intangible, these guys need reliability, trustworthy, and convenience. And that's where most of these guys are failing, most of these organizations. But I can see that the MasterCard Foundation is doing the right thing, bringing in all the stakeholders to talk about it, to find out ways how can we be client-centric. And this is wonderful, and I would like to congratulate them for that. Yes.
We obviously need to congratulate you too, because you yourself have worked with mobile network operators as well in trying to increase the level of financial inclusion, not only in your home country but across the continent as well. Give us some examples and on possible solutions that can be implemented across the continent when it comes to client centricity and knowing what the client wants.
Okay. The first thing is to go and talk and connect with that consumer, doing a lot of market research and surveys so that you talk to them. They need to be included in the products that are being launched. You cannot sit in the boardroom and then decide that this is the product what the consumer needs in the financial inclusion. After all, these guys are scared to walk into the banks. It's so intimidating and so on. They are not educated. They don't understand the business. They don't understand the technology. So it's up to us to go to them, talk to them, show them how technology works and the convenience. You need to give them the best customer experience that they have that is smooth, straightforward, without any issues, without any problems. Don't make it difficult for them, for the customer experience. Once you make the customer experience so easy, they'll come flocking to your doors. Convenience, trustworthy, and reliability. What they want to say is this service reliable, fewer downtimes, that I can rely on it, I can talk to them. When I send my money to the wrong number, how do I get my money back? Yeah. They need to have a 24 hours, 24/7 customer care center so that when they have issues that's reachable, they need to talk to these guys. So you need to have to talk to them in the language they understand. Yes.
Having said that, does this have to come at a particular cost, given that many individuals believe that the bottom rudder of the pyramid is unprofitable, given the levels of poverty that they might experience?
But you know, when you are doing business, you also need to have social responsibility. And when you look at the world, there are more people with handset or mobile phone than accounts. So how do we include them? We need to go to that base and get them and include them, because they are the largest base you have. And you know, little makes big and so on. We need to go to them. After all, the pyramid up there is small. But the base is large, and the little you have, it will give you the base. It will give you that revenue once you include them into your target group. Yes. Or into your strategy. Yes.
Just to close off with, naturally you deal with marketing as well as advertising. In your dealings with financial services operators and MNOs, how best do they need to position themselves as brands which encourage financial inclusion?
Trustworthy. You need to make your brand trustworthy, like I've already said, reliable and convenient. And how do you do that? By having a 24-hour customer care line, by talking to them and making it more convenient, going to them, then you are home and dry.
That was Jennifer Barassa, Chief Executive at Top Image Africa.